Shalom, I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors unto our apostles, as well as the men that taught them, okay, as well as the elder bishops, excuse me, and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings unto the 144,000 and the rest of the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Abadia from the GMS Houston camp. And what gave me the idea for this lesson is the elder brother, the head of our camp, Atazaria, put up like a short documentary of how Esau, just Esau being a so-called white man. If you don't know by now, then where the hell you been at? You know, Esau is the so-called white man, or which is or the Edomites, which go back to their forefather Esau in the scriptures. Okay. And he put up a documentary about how Esau just totally effed over the so-called Puerto Ricans, okay? The Boricua Indians, which are Israelites from the tribe of Ephraim, okay? And Esau did this to all 12 tribes. Not this, but this is this was a documentary the brother put up, the elder. And I say, damn, this man is treacherous. He's diabolical. I mean, totally oppress them, um, and came up off of the resources that were on that land, the mineral resources. And it goes into that how Puerto Rico is rich in sugar cane, and coffee, as well as other things. But those were the like premier things that Esau came up mainly on, that sugar. And Esau benefited at the corporate level over here in Babylon the Great at the top of Esau, meaning the leadership of Esau, which is really the Amalekites. They're at the head of the whole thing of Esau's empire and rulership. All right. And the so-called Puerto Ricans are left over there to this day, poor as hell. But yet they're sitting on a gold mine, so to speak, because of what's on their property. But what's the problem? Esau's the fucking problem. Okay? And Esau did that to the so-called Native American Indians, to the so-called Seminole Indians, so-called Mexicans, so-called Cubans, Colombians, Puerto Ricans. All right? All the tribes on this side of the world. Okay? And Esau's done this all over the world. All the nations have been affected by this man raping, robbing, stealing, and killing in the name of peace, in the name of colonialism. Ain't that something? How did that even go together? I come in peace, I come to help, but in the end of the whole deal, Esau is running away with all the so-called money. Okay? While the people that inhabit the land where the mineral resources are on, they're poor and oppressed and regulated. Who would do such a thing? Going to the word diabolic, it goes back to devil. He's doing what the devil would do, because he is the devil, the great deceiver. And that's a good, if you get a chance to check out the history on Puerto Rico, okay, going all the way back to when the Spanish, which the Spanish were Edomites, okay, that came over, and they had power over here on the western side of the world, throughout the islands, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and other parts of Central and South America. That's how Spanish got over here. Our people was not speaking that garbage before this Esau dirty ass came over. Okay? But yeah, the history that's pretty good history to go in and just show you how much of a devil Esau really is. There's many accounts and many things we can go into that show just how much of a devil Esau is. I mean, totally raped, robbed, and murdered, and is standing here today as if he's done nothing. His track record is not diabolical. He has a diabolical track record, a treacherous track record in the earth. Now, this man ain't got no business telling nobody nothing about wrongdoing. What you're doing wrong. This fucking devil done the greatest wrong on this planet Earth out of any other nation. I mean, it don't even, it's uncomparable. The shit this man has done, you know? So let's get it. And this is scriptural why this man is able to do this and why he does it. Because the Most High does it and still doing it is because he's the devil. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai created him to be the devil, the great deceiver, the great colonizer, to show what oppression and hell, okay, and wickedness looks like at its highest level. Micah 2:1, it says, woe to them. Check, I like the title, woe to the oppressors. Woe to them that devise iniquity, that sin, and work evil upon their beds. Yes, like removing landmarks, setting up yourself, or if not you're setting up yourself, you set up your name on other people's land. And you done that to the Israelites. Came over here and just totally took over. Meaning coming over to the western hemisphere of the world and just took over and took down the indigenous people, which are Israelites, made them poor and oppressed them. And you become rich off of the mineral resources that are on their land. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. Yeah, because when Esau go and do these takeovers, going all the way back to, let's just go back to, the mid to late 1400s, when Esau started coming over here on this side of the world, okay? They were in the power seat to kill and destroy and take over because the Heavenly Father Yahweh put them in that seat of power. Okay? So this man has the power to execute plans on a large scale that they have councils about. They write up documents pertaining to what they're gonna do. All right, and then they execute it. They put a plan in that, and they put a plan together, and then they put it into action. All right, it says they covered fields. That's exactly what they did. I'm just using this account as an example, a prime example. We know what they did to the so-called Native American Indians, but they done it all through North, South, and Central America. They covered fields, meaning they want what's on the land. Oil, gold, silver, diamonds, sugar, coffee, whatever it is, mineral resources, they want it, right? And take them by violence, and they don't they don't get control over the resources in a diplomatic fashion, in a peaceful manner, okay? And houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. You see, Esau did that. I mean, nobody could do it better. And you'll think, okay, well, you have the so-called Latinos of Central and South America. They got their land, they out there, right? And you'll think that they're doing their own thing, but they're not. They're doing what they were indoctrinated with. Okay, that's why they into Catholicism. Okay, and they don't have no control over any type of government policies. They don't have any kind of control over trade, international trade, prices. They don't have the control to set prices and benefit off of the mineral resources and resources that are on their land. Why? Because of the goddamn devil, Esau. That's why. Because he controls the price that the mineral resources are sold on someone else's property. And he makes his corporations over here in America, okay, make all the money off of the blood, sweat, and tears of Israelites. Okay? The Israelites, if we wasn't in bondage under this man, we should be having things in the earth. We should be doing well, but hey, we under the curses. We're under the curses, straight up and down. That's why this is taking place. That's why it then took place. Esau then raped, robbed, and murdered and prospered. And we at the end of this man murdering, raping, and robbing the planet Earth. Your time is up. That's why it says right here, woe to them, destruction unto you. Esau, you have not gotten away. Yep. Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yeah, that soul that's not upright in him, that's talking about Esau. He got a corrupt spirit. And that's the way the Most High created him. Okay? Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man. See, part of that colonizing is Esau indoctrinating you with his wine, with his philosophy, democracy. He indoctrinates you with this love and peace doctrine, but the way he got the power to influence is through rape, robbery, and murder. Ain't that a bitch? It says, neither keepeth at home who enlarges his desires. Hell yeah. Esau don't stay and occupy where he and his habitation. He can't call America home. You raped, robbed, and stole this place. But this is supposed to be, okay, this is Esau, you set yourself up over here in America through rape, robbery, and murder. And that wasn't good enough. You just couldn't stay here and occupy. Okay? You on the other side of the world. In Spain. Okay? In Rome. Okay? And I'm talking about during the time of us Israelites going down and Esau coming up during the time of the end of the Dark Ages, going into the Renaissance period. Esau came over here to this side of the world, okay? And he brought hell on the people, okay, and on the Israelites, and came up, blew up with a grand fortune, wealth off of the property and resources and mineral resources of the Israelites on this side of the world. Oh boy, they should be rich and wealthy down in Central and South America and in Mexico. And the Native American Indians, so-called Native American Indians, and the so-called Seminole Indians should be wealthy and were wealthy, because the wealth is really measured in land, gold, silver. They had all that. You see? Now look at us. We're at the bottom. We're poor because of Esau, because of his exploitation of Israelites and raping and robbing and murdering. Can't say it enough. He did it. He did that. It says, and is as death, and his man brought death, disease, okay, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered onto him all nations and heaped onto him all people. Yep, through his colonization, which comes in the form of him Esau indoctrinating you with his philosophy, democracy, wearing a suit and a damn tie, Roman Catholicism, okay, women's liberation, women equal to men, and women on top of over men. All that garbage, man. It destroys. And this shit is going on with the nation Israel to this very day. Esau's wine has affected us, and we're poor. We should be wealthy. But according to the scriptures, it's not time. We're supposed to be in captivity. We're at the end of our captivity, all right, and we're about to be delivered by our big brother Yahushua, okay, and the tables are gonna turn. Esau's gonna be at the bottom. He's gonna pay for all the rape, robbery, and murder that he's committed in the earth, okay. This man is not off the hook. So I'm gonna stop right there. Lord willing, this video was edifying, and until the next one, I say shalom.